lot of us have jobs and careers that we never even picked for ourselves.
And an example of how, like, when I think about my first 20, 30 years of my career before becoming an educator, I was a cubicle rat. I lived in, and I say rat because rats are in mazes and cubicles are like mazes to me. But I was so happy when I was young just to have a job that I thought was probably had more what I want to say, more credibility, or it showed me as being smart working in an office young in my early 20s, as
Yeah.
opposed to working, and this is no shade on anyone who is in McDonald's or Taco Bell or whatever, but I didn't go that route. I started out at 16 working in a photography studio and working in an environment where I became a receptionist and did so I had these jobs young. So for me to move into corporate America in my early 20s was easy. And then to move into leadership very early as well, because I just happened to be pretty good at it. And so for me, it was like, I'm in the right place, I think, but it was for the wrong reasons because there were high expectations from my mother that I be, you know, a lawyer or something even bigger. And
Yeah.
I spent all this time, and I came from a family of educators, but I spent all this time running from education. But in essence, I still ended up there because once I started to see what was within me and what lit me up, then I realized teaching, coaching, guiding, leading, those are the things that I enjoy. I entered the classroom at 49 years old because I finally realized, to your point, I finally realized what lit me up, what I really wanted to do. And I used to say, and I think people will have these little hints, and we talked about that a little bit earlier, you'll have these inklings. Like, I knew that I wanted to do something that made a difference. I used
Mhm.
to say that all the time. There's got to be a better career. There's got to be something different. And at that point, I wasn't thinking about teaching. It was just whatever I'm doing, it needs to
It's
be
not fulfilling.
something. I wasn't feeling fulfilled.